We speak student.
Gulliver's Travels, a la Shmoop. I'm so glad you're here. I've been looking for an audience for my vacation photos. I always wanted to travel, so when business was slow, I shipped to sea with the Navy. I rarely make long stories short, but I'll do it just this once. The voyage was doomed, and I washed up on shore to find myself bodily restrained by little people. I mean really little people. Fairy-sized folks called Lilliputians. I thought I was going out of my mind, but they were real all right. They kept me for a while as their prisoner, but eventually they succumbed to my charms, and even used me as a weapon of mass destruction in their war over boiled eggs. Yeah, don't ask. However, when my Lilliputian enemies, who were small but nasty, plotted to blind and starve me, I took an early checkout and sailed back home on a Gulliver-sized boat. The problem was, home felt pretty tame after that. So I shipped out again, and this time I was marooned in Brobdingang, land of giants.
Okay, he's definitely juicing.
It wasn't so bad there, unless you count the animal attacks, evil court gestures, being paraded around like a toddler at a beauty pageant. It was almost a relief when that eagle carried me back out to sea. Boy, was I glad I invested in that GPS unit.
Turn left at Atlantic Ocean.
When I got back this time, my wife strongly discouraged me from traveling again. Out of respect for her wishes, I waited over a week before planning my next trip. One pirate attack later, I was again on my own in a boat. Even worse, now I had to cancel all my credit cards. Luckily, I was able to hitch a ride on the flying island of La Puta. Puta turned out to be full of real brainy types. Everyone was seriously boring, though, and a little, how shall I say it, eccentric? You know, kind of like the people who work at Shmoop. I was antsy to get out of there, but I had a layover between voyages, so I opted for a little excursion to visit the necromancers at Glubdubdrib. I had them conjure up a bunch of dead Europeans and a few other favorites. One more sidebar to Lugnag, land of the creepy old people who never die. And it was back to the wife and kids, my darling little, what were their names again? By now you know how this goes. I went off on another adventure and wound up dumped on a beach somewhere. This time I ended up in a land where humans were ruled by their horse overlords, the Winnims.
Now that's putting the horse in the cart.
The enslaved Homo sapiens were called Yahoos, not named after the search engine, but could have been. I had a nice long chat with the master horse, and I told him all about my homeland. He didn't have much to say about our nasty habits like war and greed, though. In fact, the Humwims were pretty fabulous all around. So happy with them, I cried when they asked me to leave. But I found a ship again, and went home to my Yahoo wife and Yahoo kids again. They don't understand me like my horse buddies do. So here I am, a homebody stuck in Yahoo land. The government wants directions to my ports of call so they can launch invasions, which is such a Yahoo thing to do. Subscribe to check out more equally fantabulous videos. You should see the subscribe button just below this one. If you're having trouble locating it, we recommend you watch our video, How to Find the Subscribe Button.